Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to GregTech, where I have been really hard at work. First of all, I have a lot of Labotron crystals here and an iridium reinforced plate that I've produced from iridium that I found in dungeon chests after a long trek away from home. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna make a Labotronic energy orb, because these are used for so many of the really powerful machines. Like, you need one of them for the AUSU, which I would love to make. Like, that's a lot of power storage, really good. But I need it for the mass fabricator first of all, because without iridium I am stuck, and that is what's causing me to actually kind of slightly lose interest in it, because finding iridium is hard as fuck. It's found in Thaumcraft chests for some reason, so I'm glad I have Thaumcraft at least, because that like quadruples the amount of chests available to me to find. It is not found in mineshaft, which is pretty much all I have. Like, I've not been able to find a single piece of iridium in a mineshaft chest so far, so that's not really fantastic. But anyway, let us get this thing going. Now, because the recipe keeps cycling between the different types of Labotron crystal things, I don't think I can actually shift click it, and so I'm just gonna have to do this. So this is a lot of power. Like, this is the most amount of power storage I've ever had in my hands. Now it's in my hands. But unfortunately I'm gonna have to craft it along with all this other shit that I have in here that I've been making. And there we go, a mass fabricator. Now, I have also painstakingly crafted the scanner, the replicator, and the pattern storage. So I should, with these 4 machines, be able to fabricate iridium. That's what I'm hoping, at least. I still have 3 little iridium plates. Hopefully I can use one of those to scan, and if not, then I'm gonna have to go out and find another piece of iridium, which I really don't want to. Bah. Anyway, I'm gonna need some cables. So these machines, scanner and mass fabricator 512, so that's the gold cable, whereas the replicator is the iron cable, which I don't have any of. Could of course also use superconductor, but I've made all the superconductors I've made. I've actually used already for various things. Let's see, need some rubber. Superconductors, or glass fiber cables. That's the ones I meant. So get those properly insulated so we can actually put them down. And then I think what we're gonna do is basically, because we need something here with the highest of voltages, I think we're gonna basically extend this platform over here and then have the little corner over here dedicated to the mass fabricator. So do I have any more of these slabs? I do. Well, I have enough. That is unknown. Let's... I got enough to cover at least some of the corner here. Let's just put those 3 there. Alright, so... these big, ridiculous cables here. Let's figure out exactly how we need to set this up. So, the replicator is the one actually making the stuff. So the replicator needs to go like in one side. So if we put the replicator like there, that is waiting. So this one should be able to access any patterns in the pattern storage. Now the scanner is the one that allows us to make the patterns. So the scanner needs to be next to the pattern storage. So we can put that here. Waiting, no storage. And then finally we have the mass fabricator, which is the one that uses scrap in order to make UU matter, which is the stuff that we make the stuff out of. So if we put that here, now this one is gonna need a lot of power. And so is this one over here. I'm actually wondering if we're already draining the power resources. No, we're not. I've basically, in preparation for this, I've filled it up using my nuclear engine. So hopefully this should work. Waiting, no storage. Progress, none. It needs scrap. Alright, let's see, do I have any scrap ready at all? That's the question. If anyone's wondering why I suddenly stopped, there is a lot of commotion outside my door. Some dude who doesn't know how to close the door properly. That's absolutely fantastic, I love that when that happens. Alright, so we got 20 scrap here. That's not a lot, but maybe it'll be some. So basically, matter, we can make this here. And then, depending on how much power we're using to make this, not too bad. The nuclear engine is actually keeping up. But that's, again, because the nuclear engine is producing exactly 512, and we're using exactly 512 for this. But I think what I might do is actually get a bit more gold cable and then run the cable to this one from here, so that these two don't share a cable. And also so that the matter fabricator, the mass fabricator is not connected to the rest of the workshop network, because the rest of the workshop right now is without power. Basically. So I'm gonna need some more gold cables. I'm hoping this one will have enough. Well, I do have a bit of power storage here, so if anything, that'll take care of the most of it. Now, those of you very observant might have noticed something on the minimap. I'm gonna show you that in just a moment, but for now I want this to work. I really want this to work. Alright. Gold cable. Rubber. There we are. Speaking of rubber, I set up the rubber farm outside, so we have sticky resin coming in here, so I can toss that into one of these that's hopefully available, and we can get some rubber going. I've been making a lot of circuits, like I've used over a stack of advanced circuits just to make these machines. Look at that. That's not what I wanted to show you. I'll return to that in just a moment, I promise. Down here, cables. Cable management. Kill the power to it momentarily. And there we are. Oh, we used all the scrap, and it hasn't made anything at all. That's great. Waiting, no storage. So this one has power. Do I wanna let's try and put the iridium plate in there and see if we can actually scan the iridium plate directly, or whether we need to actually get a piece of iridium. That's something we can do at least. I'm also gonna scan a ruby and a piece of ruby dust. See if I can scan either of those, because that's also a thing that I might actually want to fabricate. Now the thing is, I got plenty of uranium. I can keep the nuclear reactor running just fine. 32. Is it still consuming power? I wonder. Yes, it is. Alright. Scan ruby. I'm hoping that this... I don't know how many... Do I need... I might need a storage crystal actually. Cancel that. I'm probably gonna need a storage crystal, aren't I? Crystal memory. How do you make that? Crystal memory raw. So I need obsidian dust and I need silicon dioxide. I have silicon dioxide. I need obsidian dust. Which, well, put some obsidian in a crusher. That's really all I need to do. Why would I need to look up that recipe? I think I have silicon dioxide. Yeah. No worries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross that up. Alright. So while that's working, I'm just going to quickly see if I have any more scrap. I have 5. Now I discovered that the recycler here can actually use netherrack, which is a resource that I have a plenty. Like, plenty. So that's, yeah, I've been feeding that into the recycler, but I forgot to set it to not auto export, so I didn't actually build up an amount of scrap beforehand. Speaking of that, let me just quickly throw this egg. So, yeah, I'm gonna get some netherrack in the scrapinator, and then we're gonna go look at the new building. The pig building. So, as I've mentioned a couple of times, the farm out here outside has produced a lot of mundane large wood. but I turned it off now because, well, it just was overflowing and I didn't know what the hell to do with it. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna make a new building, and I'm gonna make it out of mundane large, and this was the design I could come up with that didn't look completely shit, using primarily mundane large. So we got the logs support here, we got planks and slabs and fences. And if we go inside, you can see we have a nice floor here, little pattern. We got a staircase going up, got some lamps, and we got some levels with a lot of doors. Now, anyone who's ever played Minecraft before will know that a lot of doors like this means villages. And the plan is, that's also why I have a fence gate here, the plan is to get a bunch of villagers and toss them in there, and then the doors will make it count as a village, and hopefully there's enough doors there to actually make them breathe a bit. Now, I believe my math worked out to, I have 8 doors on each level in each corner. So that's a total of 24 per level, so 48 doors in total, and a third of them will be villages. So that's 16. So if we get 2 villages here and they start breeding, they will produce up to 14 children's with an S, because why not? So we will have 16 villages over there. Hopefully some of them will have some good trades. I'm hoping that we can get an apiarist who can sell me some proven crafters, because I'm getting tired of crafting those things. Let's see, we used that scrap already, 57% towards 1 bucket of UU matter. Or if it's even 1 bucket, or it's not just 1 mil bucket, like that would suck. We'll see. Hopefully we can get this. Like, that amplifier here is quite high, so it's speeding out the progress a lot while not using any more power. So ideally you want to only function this, or have this functioning whenever you have scrap. But nah, I don't have that much scrap at the moment. I haven't built up enough. Like, I have a piece of gravel and some signs and a grass block and such made from the stuff, but I don't have enough scrap. Anyway, let's see, is the obsidian ready? Crushed obsidian. Let's polarize that one more time, shall we? See if one more time will do the trick. Now, as you can see here, I have a bunch of uranium here, I have a bunch of plutonium as well, tiny piles and stuff. I should have plenty, but I would love to get a bunch more ruby. What actually happened to the ruby dust I dropped here? Did I toss that in there? I think I might have. Or, no, actually, no, it went into my miner's backpack. That's correct. That's obviously what happened. Laterite dust as well. A bunch of different stuff. So, I was really debating whether I should be making this entire series of machines that I have downstairs, or whether I should make the Dragon Egg Siphon. But I figured if I can just get a way to get iridium without, you know, having to spend hours and hours and hours walking around outside, then that would be well worth the time. So that's the solution I ended up going with. It did consume a lot of materials, like I've used a lot of electrum, I used a lot of silicon to make the circuits. I've used pretty much all my rubies. Like I think I have like half a stack of rubies left. Yeah, just about. All my rubies to make the little lapis, what's it called, laterite energy orbs. I had to make, I think, well, 8 of them first of all for the one thing you saw me make, then 4, an additional 4 for some stuff, and then an additional 8 just to make the bloody replicator, mass fabricator. Let's see here, which machine was it? No, that was the cheap one. The scanner was cheap. This one was not cheap. 2 mining lasers, that's not fun. Was it the... No... Well, for the teleporters here I did use a lot of iridium dust to make the glass fiber cables. But I ended up using a lot. What was that? Did I... Oh yeah, that's right. I prepared these for whenever I were to make the Dragon Egg Siphon, because for that you need a supercondensator. So for that you need 2 superconductors, which and then on top of that I need 4 of these, and I need 2 of those, and well, yeah, I got these 2, but I need 16 energy lab. What are they called again? Let me just quickly confirm here. Labotron crystals. Yeah, I'm gonna need another 20 of those if I am to get the Dragon X Hyphen going anywhere. Let's see, 90%. We'll get at least one thing produced during this episode. I'm certain of that. In terms of getting the village, 7 scrap. Yeah, all right, that should be enough to get the last 10%. And then we can consider whether we should just quickly see fixed step down. Yeah. And then once we have this, we can consider whether we should cut the power to this thing so we don't waste all of it. Waste whatever we have left. Like I think the replicator is gonna need a lot. I don't like that it just says advanced machine casing, but surely it seems to be working here. Oh yeah, 1 bucket of UU matter. Excellent. So if I put this, I can't put this in a bucket. What can I do with it? Can I put it in a cell, maybe? Universal fluid cell or just a normal cell? Or do I really have to pipe it? It looks as though there's an interface to put it into something. Let me just quickly see. UU. Oh yeah, UU matter cell. You can put it in a cell. We'll put it in a cell. A cell will work. Let me just quickly grab a cell. And then let's get this rubber cooking as well. Now, have you finished with the obsidian? Yes, you have. And we have silicon dioxide, so let's combine these two to make a crystal memory. And then we just need to melt it. Or cook it. I have really considered making an induction furnace here to replace one of these. I might do that. I just wanted to quickly mention it on camera before I do it, because, you know, if I start doing a lot of stuff and just start using it, it kind of feels wrong if you guys are not in on the journey. Pattern storage. Alright, so you got a crystal memory now. So, what's that actually? Waiting, no storage. So, oops, if I put you there and put the ruby in. Let's give it a shot and see. Let's see how. Let's try and see if we can make two patterns. So we'll make one of the iridium and one of the ruby, and then we'll have a sort of an idea of how expensive they are. So we got that. We have. I think I should probably get some more obsidian crossed up. Then we can make more storage as well. This is something brand new for me. I have not played with this before, so finding out how it works is going to be interesting. Now let's quickly burn off this scrap here, and then once that's done, we'll kill the cable. 28, 29. Yeah, I'm hoping we should have enough power to make at least something, because, you know, 33 million. That's like, this is the biggest thing you get in industrial craft, and these are industrial craft machines. So at the very least, we should be able to make a ruby. If an iridium ends up costing 40 million power, then we'll have to get some extra energy storage in. But I will do that if it means I don't have to run around getting iridium. So, speaking of mass fabricator, is there a what different upgrades do we have in industrial craft? I think these all work like industrial craft. So that's transformer, energy storage, ejector. Some of them at least work industrial craft, like the overclocker one is the default. Pneumatic generator, lithium battery, transformer, steam upgrade. Yeah, we can make a steam powered mass fabricator. That'll work. I was just wondering if there were any sort of like efficiency upgrade you can apply, but it doesn't look like it. So 72% on the crystal. Bah. See. Let's see what's happening here. Like, I'm just running around right now waiting for that crystal to fill up so we can actually figure out exactly how this stuff works. I'm guessing the crystals are supposed to be some sort of like a laser disc or something. Amplifier 20,000, yay! UU matter. Is there like a click in here for recipes? Nope. Last pattern. Waiting. Power. Repeat run. Single run. Stop. 98. 99. Error. Oh. How? Waiting. No storage. There is a storage. It's empty. But apparently I can't scan in a ruby. So, well, it'll probably error on the iridium plate as well. Which means I will have to go and get a piece of iridium somehow, because wise as I was, I decided to make everything into plates, because, well, I figured then I can use them easily. Let's skip ahead. It is exactly as I feared. Error. Can we have something just vanilla industrial craft maybe that we can try and replicate, just so we have at least something working? Like, it's getting a bit ridiculous that apparently nothing can be replicated. Like, what can you replicate? Is there a list anywhere? Hold on, let me see if I can find a list. Alright, I found a list, and apparently stuff like coal, uranium ore, iron ore, vanilla Minecraft ores, other things. Maybe redstone, lapis, that sort of thing. So let's try uranium ore just to see if we can actually make anything at all. Like, if we can figure out exactly what the price of a piece of uranium is, we can also calculate exactly how much power we're getting out of it and whether, you know, it's actually a way to make uranium renewable. So let's try and scan this and see if that then works. So that'll take another bit of time. So let's, you know, skip to the end. Alright, let's see if it once again reports an error. If it actually, hold on. Ta-da! 6 buckets of UU matter, 200,000 energy units, to make 1 uranium ore. Save. Oh god. That is horrible. Alright. So, oh, alright, so yeah, it can access it. Alright, that seemed to work. Excellent. But I really don't want to spend 6 buckets of UU matter to make a single uranium ore. God damn it. Just imagine how expensive iridium's gonna be then. Oh god. Yeah. So I'm gonna not only need to make a lot more scrap so we can actually get the UU matter flowing, I'm also gonna need to get that piece of iridium, so I'm gonna try and get that done before next time, and then hopefully we can make some iridium. It's so expensive. Ugh. I'll see you next time.